What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Super happy to see you. Super happy to see you guys here. I'm very happy to see you guys here today. Thank you as always for returning to the channel and supporting and watching the videos. We're going to be listening to Calvin Harris's Funk Wave Bounces Volume 1. I know it's 5 years old, but I never did get around to listening to this entire album. I probably know some of the hits off of it, but you know, it is what it is. You can't escape that. This is actually a reaction that B. Wells, Brandon Wells, a longtime supporter of the channel, sent in a $30 donation for, which I really appreciate. I appreciate the support for the channel, and I appreciate the constant album suggestions because it gives me more content to create for you guys. So I really appreciate that. B. Wells, thank you so much. I know that he dropped Funk Wave Bounces Volume 2. I haven't heard that either. So if I really enjoy this one, I might do the next one as well. We'll see how it goes. There's not much to say. I mean, a lot of you guys have probably already heard this. You probably already know the songs off of this one. So I'm just going to jump into it blind, with as open a mind as possible. It's 10 tracks, less than 40 minutes long. I like how short it is. Let's jump into it. First track is Slide, featuring Frank Ocean and Migos. I mean, if you haven't heard this one, you know, what are you doing? But let's play it, because it's a dope song.
While I'm hopping out of spaceship.
Slide is just a perfect summertime song. It's great for the Friday night vibes as well. Just so fun, very catchy. Track 2 is Cash Out, featuring Schoolboy Q, Party Next Door, and Dram. Oh, okay. That rising bass line is so cool. Yeah, Schoolboy's voice sounds great over this. I don't like this one as much as Slide, but this is still really cool. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's as catchy as Slide, but it's still got a really cool dance kind of a vibe, summertime kind of a vibe. Party Next Door had a very short performance on that one, but I think that he brought something cool to the table. Schoolboy Q sounds like he was made for this beat. His voice just fits so naturally over this. And I love Dram's take on it with the harmonies and the vocals and the switch up that happened for his verse and for his participation in here. Very cool, very cool. It's definitely got some groovy, funky vibes to it. Track 3 is Heatstroke, featuring Young Thug, Pharrell, and Ariana Grande.
All I want to do is keep it real right now.
Red bottom like a baboon is crazy.
Everybody faking, but then have a good time.
It does what it needs to do, man. It's a fun song. It's a fun song to play while you're driving around. Ariana sounds good over everything. Yeah, man. Young Thug sounded much better over that than I was expecting, I will say that. But it does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's not a super introspective, deeply meaningful song. It's just supposed to be a fun, bouncy song, and that's what it is. So, it's cool. Rollin, featuring Future and Khalid. Ariana just has one of those voices, man. Yo, Khalid is so good at hooks, man.
You didn't fit the picture, so I guess you want the vibe. Dig what I'm saying? Caught a little jet lag, but I'm golden. Damn. We deserve Grammys and some that are, but most of them came topless. I shattered your dreams with this cream I make.
Future did his thing, man. This is definitely the second best song so far. We still have a minute left on this song, though. It's kind of overstaying its welcome a little bit as of right now. Yeah, it just slightly overstays its welcome. I also feel like Future didn't do anything radically different on the second verse than he did on the first one, so this track could have been like 2.5 minutes long, honestly, if we're getting down to like brass tacks, but it's still got a really cool beat. Khalid does sound great. You know, it's got a cool energy to it, and it is my second favorite off the album so far, for sure. Track 5, Prayers Up, featuring Travis Scott and A-Track. The thing is, you know, Slide was track 1, and it's been the best so far. I don't know that I've heard anything better than Slide yet.
I swear I feel like I'm floating. It's lit. They ain't this.
This part sounds cool. Yeah, Travis just sounds awkward over this.
Smoking loud like the police. They ain't think I ever go and flex like this.
I'm not gonna listen to the rest of this one. Travis just sounds so awkward over this. The beat just doesn't really do it for me. It feels like it's kind of wonky and you know, this is a miss. This is a skip for me for sure. Holiday featuring Snoop Dogg, John Legend, and Takeoff.
Open your eyes, deja vu. In ways I knew, my focus remains on you. Now, see, I can have it done for you. Looks like
I'm gonna be real, man. It sounds like with every song he's trying to recapture the magic that he caught, you know, on Slide. It sounds like he's trying to catch lightning in a bottle again, and he's just not living up to Slide. The features are bringing the best that they can to the table, but every beat just kind of feels like an attempt to be as catchy and groovy and funky as Slide, and just kind of falls slightly short. I feel like if Slide were in the middle of this track list, it would be a huge pick-me-up, and it would make this album feel much easier to listen to. But right now, it just feels like we started off so high, and every track just hasn't been as good, so it's a little rough. Takeoff doesn't sound great on this. Snoop did his thing on this, and then Takeoff just kind of came in and let me down, man.
sit back, let your mind flow. Never give up hope. No. And if you got a
Feels like it's just the hook to play us out there. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Takeoff was a big letdown on this one, man. Snoop Dogg did his thing. If it was just Snoop and John Legend, that would actually be a really cool track. Skrt on Me featuring Nicki Minaj, track 7.
What you don't wanna do, what you don't wanna do, no, that ain't me, babe. 10 toes down, baby.
She sounds very robotic here.
Right, baby, right. And you and me, we can shine up. Say, baby, come make your mind. I need you to skirt on me, baby. Drop down, look, say you know I need to know, cause you keep.
I feel like the beat is really good, but it deserves, you know, an actual singer over this. She just sounds super robotic. The processing is so heavy on her voice that it just completely takes me out of it, you know?
Used to just giving you the least, babe.
I'm gonna be real, man. That one is not doing it for me at all. Yeah, man. Nicki's vocals, she doesn't even sound like Nicki, you know? She just sounds robotic and artificial. It's weird. It's a weird sounding song. I'm gonna just skip it and go on to track 8, Feels, featuring Pharrell, Katy Perry, and Big Sean. Sway would have bodied that, yeah, Sway Lee. I'm seeing Kehlani as a feature in the track list. Why didn't he give that last track to her?
Don't be afraid to catch feels. Baby, I know you ain't scared to catch feels. With your
Pharrell sounds godly here, bro. What's Big Sean gonna do on this?
the way you move it here.
baby, I know you ain't scared to catch feels.
Pharrell carried hard.
Do you like getting paid or getting paid attention? You mix the wrong guys to see, but when you stop looking, you gon' find what's meant to
I'm not a
be.
fan of this part
And
of the beat,
honestly, I'm
man.
way to get maximum views. I came through in the clutch, more than
Big Sean was a letdown on
More
this.
your faith cologne.
Pharrell was so strong on this track. Katy Perry did a really solid hook, and Big Sean was just a huge letdown. I feel like if he was rapping over the original beat, like over they didn't switch the beat up for his part, it would have sounded better. But even then, he just sounded uninspired and like sleepy almost, you know? It's a really good track up until Big Sean's part, I think. Faking It, featuring Kehlani and Lil Yachty. A lot of these feature pairings are really weird.
Tell you that I'm sorry. Same old fucking story. No, that's when you like it. No, that's when you miss me. No, that's when you cry.
He should have given the Nicki Minaj beat to Kehlani, and he should have thrown this beat away.
Just a little bit better at faking it than me, baby. Just a little bit better.
What is Lil Yachty gonna do over this beat?
Cause you know I still adore. Why you checking if you're over it?
I'm not gonna act like I don't love you, baby, cause deep in my mind, girl, I know I do. We're parked by your house and
He doesn't sound bad.
Oh, you can't face made you a creature. Now I think about you.
He didn't do bad, man. I just don't like the beat. Lil Yachty was fine.
Why you
I'm just not a fan of the beat at all, but Lil Yachty, he did his thing, man. He didn't sound bad at all. That's another... Lil Yachty is one of those guys that I always... I'm not a huge fan of his, and so I always expect him my bar for Lil Yachty is pretty low, but every now and then I'll get a feature from him or a verse from him that is really surprising, and I have to admit, you know, this is one of those times. Yeah, wasn't bad at all. Hard to Love featuring Jessie Reyes, last track.
Don't miss a thing, but I'm still nice. At least that's what I take it. Heartbreaker, it's tight, all I can't shake it. Can I make you need me? I'd rather, but I got news for you. I came broken, ego issues. It's tight, all I can't shake it, can't fake it.
Like, this one is a forgettable song. Like, she sounds good on it, but it's not memorable. Man. Yeah, Hard to Love is cool, it's just not very memorable. Funk Wave Bounces Volume 1, dude. It's kind of an underwhelming album, I think. Since it starts with Slide. Since Slide is track 1, the rest of the album is just disappointing. I think Slide's the best song off of the album, and no track after it really lives up to it. So you start off on such a high, and then you're excited to listen to the rest of the album, and you get 9, you know, slightly disappointing, underwhelming tracks after that. So, you know, changes I would have made. Definitely put Slide towards the middle of the track list. I would have gotten rid of Prayers Up, because Travis Scott sounds very awkward on that. I definitely would have gotten rid of Nicki Minaj on Skrt on Me and given that beat to Kehlani. I would have gotten rid of Takeoff on Holiday. I would have shortened Rollin like a minute. I think that would have made it a better album to listen to. Those are the changes I would have made to this track list and to this album to make it, you know, more interesting. But even production-wise, none of the beats are as good as Slide. You know what I mean? Those are just things that would have made the album better. But at the end of the day, you're going to need interesting sounding production for these artists to perform over. And Slide is the best sounding beat on this album. So it's just tough. It's just tough to compare any of the other songs to Slide. And not feel disappointed, you know? It's definitely one of those albums that you just let play in the background. You're not gonna sit down and listen to it like I just did, trying to critique it and review it. You're just gonna, you know, put it on and have it on as a mood setter for whatever else you're doing, whether that's driving around or hanging out with your friends or, you know, just enjoying the beach on a summer day or whatever. That's kind of like this, you know, this energy to this album. Yeah. In this setting, definitely not extremely enjoyable. But I don't want to say that it's a bad album because, like I said, if you're just having it as a tone setter or a mood setter in the background for whatever else that you're doing, kind of the way that I think it was intended, you know, or for parties or something, then yeah, you'll get some people moving, you'll get people dancing, and it'll do what it was meant to do, for sure. So those are my thoughts on the album. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. And I will see you guys later. Until then, stay safe and peace out.